Hello there. Speaking with Lynne Tenney today, recipient of UBI thanks to Andrew Yang's drawing, and a person who has actually benefited immensely from the help that the money has provided her and her family. So, Lynn, if you could tell me a little bit about your life before UBI. Mike told me a little bit about your background, but please fill me in and the audience about your situation leading up until you received UBI.
Well, I had been totally financially cut off, and the UBI that I won through Andrew Yang came at a very perfect time. And, excuse me, it assisted me in being able to get a steady place to reside to try to figure out what the next thing I should do. Not only that, it also assisted me in getting medication, which I need, and I was very grateful for it. And since I started with the UBI to this present point, I can say that I think all Americans should have UBI. And I say it because it makes a tremendous amount of difference. If you have absolutely nothing and then you have the supplemental income, I think that it raises people's moral values or their ability to stay good people and to stay honest.
Yeah.
And I hope what I see rippling out is that you would have a decrease in crime, you would have a decrease of infighting with people, you'd have people being able to make independent choices, which gives them confidence. If you have nothing, you don't have confidence. Your decision-making skills go outside of you. You have to go to an agency, other groups of people, and you're pretty much waiting to see what their decision will be.
Right. So, in a way, I guess you could say there really haven't been very many drawbacks at all to having received the money since, I guess you started receiving it, right?
Correct. Yes.
All right. So, well, I guess what drew me to your story was that I did get connected to Mike Clark through a post that he made about something that you had said to him over text last Thursday, which is that you couldn't even realize that if you, you couldn't really describe the realization if you had been out in the streets, in your living in your car in the case of this outbreak, and that you really took a pause to reflect on the blessings. Could you describe, I guess, the feeling that you felt when you heard about the coronavirus outbreak, and just the fact that you really took the time to reflect that you were able to find a spot for yourself, luckily, correct?
Yes. My thoughts went to what it's like to be traveling or staying in your car or going to different states, and of course seeing the people in those different states and communicating with them. And the first thing that came to my mind was the homelessness. You realize that homeless people, they don't have an address, they don't have a phone, they don't have a soft bed to go to. They have a very difficult time, and it's not necessarily their fault. And you can't really judge them. You can't say, oh, well, they're all mental, because that may not necessarily be the situation as to why they're there. So this attitude that they're less deserving or that their lives don't matter is the opposite of how it should be viewed. And I think that the UBI, that's the first thing I thought of was how I wished that they had that, because to think that such an epidemic could come and there's no one to care for those people, because obviously there's so many of them, was just really sad.
Mm-hmm.
it was sad. It's like you fear for their lives because every person should have dignity.
Right. And we have most of our economy, as I think Andrew Yang and many other politicians have brought up, that are living paycheck to paycheck right now. And there's currently a lot of crises going on in my home state of California where people are now asking not to evict their tenants, right? Because everything was such held on such a fragile system, and the fact that now we might have to lock down for, you know, more 8 weeks or more has the potential to throw that all off. So that said, I know that you expressed that other Americans should be receiving something similar during this trying time. Did you know that currently Tulsi Gabbard and other congressmen are trying to pass a bill right now which would add UBI to the economic stimulus plan for COVID-19?
Yes, I saw that. I saw even like there's more politicians up on the Hill that are taking this rather seriously, particularly at this time, and they also think that this would be a good situation, and maybe more so because it looks like um, some of the bills that have passed in the past,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have equality.
Right.
They have just certain groups of people, and so um, I think that the federal government has written things that fracture it, and
Mm-hmm.
those things need time to cure as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that this is a much more common sense type of strategy, because we're is the government for? It's for people. And that's exactly who's getting sick. And those are the people who homes are getting impacted and families are getting impacted. And I think that the stress level would decrease tremendously if people had a form of stability as that's normal. Why
Right.
shouldn't they have stability?
Yes.
It
So,
should be.
Lynn, you really are living proof of the fact that this works. If you have a
Well,
message for our politicians and for the people that are making the decisions, that for people that have the opportunity to get involved right now, because they can go online and sign at actionnetwork.com, what message would you have for them?
that each person has the individual right to fulfill the light that is within them in their life, and that when they come up against government that shuts them out because of how language is written, it pulls the dignity of these people away. And I think that UBI, and particularly in a time where people are vulnerable, is a absolutely perfect solution to say that we have a basis form of stability. And I think it would cure a lot of problems that take up a lot of politicians' times and would decrease how much time we need politicians working on things.
That is true, actually. That's a great point. But that said, I want to, I guess, kind of shift the conversation a little more towards you personally. I mean, have you been able to at least find more time for yourself and explore new ventures and I guess work on your own life now that you've been receiving this money?
I would say that it's given me a time to reflect on the massive amount of work that I have to do and put out. But it's nice to have it in a stable place in order to get to the next step. So as a foundation, yes.
Right. That is great to hear. Well, thank you so much again for your time, Lynn. I really appreciate it.